Harm reduction?
Harm reduction?
Harm reduction, I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, what do you mean by harm reduction? Explain.
In today's video, we're heading from Boulder, Colorado to NYC to visit the foremost expert on harm reduction psychotherapy, Andrew Tatarsky. In fact, he wrote the actual book on it right here. Let's go. Get some coffee first. Doppio macchiato. Oh, don't spill.
A framework for supporting people and making positive change with risky and addictive behavior without requiring that they stop or that they commit to abstinence.
Wait, did you hear what he just said? That you don't have to stop using and you can come to psychotherapy and not be told that you have to stop? That's right, no judgment, no shame, no stigma. Come as you are, you're accepted.
So that, as a framework, is a fundamental shift from what has been kind of dominant in the addictive behaviors field, which is what we call an abstinence-only approach.
Yes, that's what I was taught, the abstinence-only model of recovery, meaning that you have to be sober in order for any true recovery to begin. An example of this is counting the days you've been sober. It was inspired by 12 steps in AA, which doesn't work for everyone. There are many paths to recovery.
We can support people in their process of positive change wherever they're ready to begin that process of change without requiring that they commit to any outcome.
What? Not requiring any commitment for someone to reduce or stop their substance use? Doesn't this mean that you'd be simply enabling or endorsing someone to continue with their harmful behaviors? No, it doesn't. It means as a therapist, you are creating one space in someone's life where they can feel truly safe and open up deeply and honestly.
I think a radical harm reduction stance is one that is radically committed to not imposing our values, our agendas on the people that we're trying to be helpful to. So we can talk about safer use, we can talk about reduced use or moderate use, and we can talk about abstinence. Most people think that harm reduction and abstinence are really at odds with each other.
That's exactly what I used to think. But after reflecting on Andrew's research and essentially his life's work, of course it makes sense that if someone chooses to go the abstinence route, there's a better chance that there may be less harm in their lives. For example, they may have more time for other healthy activities in their life that may have been neglected in the past, improved relationships.
From this point of view, we can think of harm reduction as like an umbrella concept that really bridges across all of the positive change goals that people have.
Even though he said earlier there is no requirement to commit to any sort of outcome, that doesn't mean that there's no goal setting involved. Quite often, when there's positive change that happens in one area of life, it often bleeds over into other areas as well.
Human beings need to be treated with respect, with dignity. Each of us is an expert in our own experience, and we need, if we're going to be involved in a meaningful helping relationship, we need to feel respected and feel that our strengths are recognized and invited into the process.
And what are the principles that we want to live by? Do we want to be harsh and punitive, or do we want to be compassionate, understanding? Is there really a fundamental difference between people who have a problematic relationship with substances compared to people who have a problematic relationship with food, sex, money, gambling?
For more information on Andrew Tatarsky and his clinic, the Center for Optimal Living, please check out the links below. And now, we're going to close with these final wise words.
Well, after